The new album from British metal rockers While She Sleeps, Self Hell, is a sonic feast of heavy metal guitars and vocal tapestries that'll bring out your inner emo in all the right ways. Let's talk Self Hell on this edition of Rock Album Review. Hey everybody, it's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the channel. Self Hell is the 6th studio album from Sheffield, UK's While She Sleeps, the follow-up to 2021's Sleep Society. For my money, While She Sleeps are one of the best heavy rock bands out there right now. A lot of them are coming from the UK. You know, it's funny, the older I get, the more I relate to a lot of the heavy stuff. And when I was younger, I didn't really listen to a lot of the super heavy stuff. But ever since I hit my 30s and beyond, I've been emo as hell. I first got into While She Sleeps after their song came out with Simon Neil from Biffy Clyro, one of my favorite bands, called Nervous. Ever since then, I've dabbled with the band on certain tracks. I love So What, Silence Speaks, and I picked up their last record, Sleep Society, on CD, so I'm really digging what these guys are doing, mixing together really great melodies with screaming vocals, super heavy guitars. I don't always love metal, but these guys strike the right balance for me. I'm also really impressed with how While She Sleeps conduct themselves as a band and as a business. They're completely independent. They have no label. They have no backing. They have no label support. They rely on their fans, also known as the Sleep Society, to be the backers of While She Sleeps. And in turn, the band gives them, special access to the band and special experiences as well. And I really think that's how it should be. No Spotify, no this or that. If you love a band, you should support them. And I think While She Sleeps have really set the blueprint for other bands and fans to follow if you really love supporting music. And they make music that their fans are really going to enjoy. They make While She Sleeps music, and they continue that on Self Hell, which really is such an amazing effort of all the crushing riffs and the screams, the catchy and melodic elements as well, and all that emotion thrown in there for good measure. And While She Sleeps have definitely delivered on all those fronts, on every level on Self Hell, providing all that metal goodness for those that demand that of the band, and then the melodic elements to balance things out as well and appeal to guys like me who love a good melody in addition to a good scream. On the heavy side of things, this album definitely delivers for any fans of the band who feared that the band While She Sleeps was going soft. Leave Me Alone kicks off the record in very heavy fashion with a sentiment I think we can all relate to. Just leave us the F alone. I love the chorus on this song. Really simple, but super catchy. The vocals that these guys put together are absolutely insane. I haven't seen them live, so I don't know if they can pull it off live, but on the record, they sound great. The screams, the melodic elements, they weave together a vocal tapestry of awesomeness. Then you have tunes like Rainbows. Like I said, I don't know how these guys do all these screams. This song is really cool. It has some really cool electronic elements on it as well. Really cool heavy breakdown in the middle. It was like a punishing breakdown on this song. Really cool guitar solo on here. Lead guitarist Sean Long, I think I'm getting his name right, Sean Long. He's a really innovative and creative lead guitar player, and he puts it all on the line on this record. My favorite track is definitely the title track. I included it on my top 10 tracks of 2023. That's how long the lead up to this record has been. I think it's been a little bit too long, if you ask me. I think it's been like at least 6 months in between the release of that first single and the record, but it came out well in advance of the record. But like I said on that video, which I'll try to link up for you, it reminds me of Oasis in the chorus. It has obviously those heavy elements in it as well, but it reminds me of Oasis. Some people were complaining online back in 2023 that this track was too poppy, but I think it's really badass. I think it's super heavy. I think them saying that this album is too poppy or this song is too poppy is definitely an overrated statement, considering how the album is very, very heavy for the rest of it. And as a song, Self Hell is a great single. And there are some more transitional kind of tracks on here as well that are more to set the mood, transition between some of those better tracks, but they don't really stand out as songs on their own. The opener, Peace of Mind, is like that, as well as No Feeling Is Final, which is a really cool kind of soundscape kind of song. And then Out of the Blue, which has more of an electronic kind of feel to it. They include those electronic elements effortlessly throughout the course of the record. Electronic elements effortlessly. There's a tongue twister for you. The band also has this kind of like epic choral feel to them. It sounds like they're singing with the power of a million people behind them. Some of these songs are more than just songs. They're full-on musical productions, especially like songs like Wildfire. Talking about some of my other favorite songs on this record, Dope Sick. It had more of that British rap kind of style coming from lead singer Lawes Taylor, one of the poppier songs on Self Hell, more of that Oasis kind of influence, which I really dig. It mixes together more traditional British rock and hardcore, kind of has that super catchy chorus and reminded me almost of Kasabian. Also really loved it. Down, another heavy but super catchy track, kind of like Self Hell, the title track. I love the guitar. I love the song To the Flowers. Again, has some really crazy cool guitar on the intro. A guitar player's dream. This album is definitely a guitar player's dream on this record. Another great melody. And the band, again, just they balance together great melodies with heavy elements and then political lyrics in there as well without being too heavy-handed. Overall, my favorite songs on Self Hell were the title track, Down, Dope Sick, To the Flowers, and the last track, Radical Hatred, Radical Love. Great title. Was a really cool kind of soft closer for the album that otherwise, for the majority of it, turned it up to 11. Overall, I think that Self Hell proves that While She Sleeps are one of the best going right now in the world of British metal and British rock. They're kind of alongside there with bands like Bring Me the Horizon, Architects, and then like American bands like Beartooth as well. They're very much neck and neck with providing top-notch metal for a lot of fans out there across the globe, and definitely one of the best heavy metal bands out there right now. The album is super well performed, well produced with some really, really great tracks on it. While She Sleeps fans should be very pleased, and the new fans should be getting into the band as well because they provided some of those more mainstream melodic elements, and there's really a lot to enjoy on this record. So I'm going to give the new album from While She Sleeps, Self Hell, a solid 4 out of 5. Self-Hell!